My man Donovan Carter in here. Thanks for stopping by Game Changers, bro.
All love, man.
Man, congrats on season 5 of Bowlers just being announced.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
It's blessings, right? Like,
blessings,
honestly.
Man. It's crazy, man. It's surreal. I mean, to come from the pilot and to where we are now with 4 and get picked for 5, it's a blessing, man. God is good.
Yeah, how does it feel being a part of what is probably the hottest show out right now, like the hottest TV show, and it's on HBO. I haven't seen a show, and it's funny because the show is so similar and done by the same people as Entourage, which was like a huge reason behind me even wanting to come to America from Australia. Like that was what I grew up on. I was like, yo, if that's what LA is like, I gotta be there. Man. Now you're in the next show that whole team did. How's that gotta feel?
Man, it's crazy, man. Entourage is a classic.
Classic.
I caught on late, but I was excited once I got notified that I was getting the role. I watched Entourage the whole thing, and I was like, man, if we get a glimpse of this in our show, it's gonna be good. But it's been fun, man. We got a lot of the same people from Entourage, the same thing, and they had another show called How to Make It in America. Yeah. 2 that was on HBO, which only did 2 seasons. So I thought it was pretty good for the people behind the scenes to have a taste of success with Entourage,
for sure,
and a taste of kind of failure with How to Make It in America. So I thought with our show, the sky was the limit.
They kind of learned from both of them what to do and what kind of not to do.
Yeah, exactly. So
how is that working with working with and under Mark Wahlberg, Stephen Livingston, who are iconic in what they do? Is Mark Wahlberg around much?
Nah, he's not, man. He's so busy, but I think he trusts Steve Levison. We call him Lev. He touches Lev. He trusts all the writers and producers. So it's one of the things where he don't have to show up as much. So I met him at the table read, actually. Okay. So I think he's had to just show his face.
Mark was there at the table read?
Yeah, he was there. I think he just had to show his face just to let people know that he is behind it.
Yeah, of course.
But he kind of he gives us the freedom to do whatever we want to do.
That's good.
Which is cool.
And I think he understands that, as well, being an actor and then also putting his executive roles, and he has many of them. He understands that the actors need to have freedom to create their own characters and create who they're gonna be through them. Right. Because I'm sure you get stopped as like Vernon, I'm sure. Right. A lot of the time, because now I feel like you and Vernon, people look at you as one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all the time. I mean, people like to pretend. They like to lie. They like pretend, but they that invested in the show. Yeah. Where they see me and they're like, Vernon, or get rid of your friend, man. I hate your boy Reggie all the time. Reggie, come on. Yeah. I originally hated Reggie. I was like, yo, Reggie's like sly and like doing things, and then I grew to love him, and I was like, okay. And I think the writers did a really good job in like trying to like make us understand that he wants the best for you, and he was not educated in any manner of like how to deal with the situation. Yes. So the mistakes that he made were just the homie mistakes that he wanted the best, but
didn't know. Yeah,
he didn't know.
And I think too, coming from Entourage, you see all Vince's friends as they're so loyal.
Yeah, Turtle, and Johnny, all those guys,
and they really didn't do like they got it. They like, you know what, we in a good position. And it's all giving us opportunities to better ourselves. So you see Reggie at first where you think that he does have my best interest. But over time, the writers did a good job. And like, man, Reggie was played by London Brown. He's such a nice guy. Yeah. And he was getting so much slack from people, like just so much hate.
That's gotta be tough, you know what I mean? Because you're playing a person and he's doing an amazing job because he's acting that role that he's been written in as. Yeah. But then on the side, everyone's like, bro, you suck. I hate you, man. Like you were doing nothing good.
Yeah, the hate was real, man. So I think a lot of the writers, they kind of felt, because I think a lot of times they read they read Twitter, they read social media stuff. So I think they're just kind of feeling bad. But I definitely think he's grown. Like you said, you see his loyalty at the end of the day. He really has Vernon's back. He's there for him. But it just with us, we come from inner city. We come from Los Angeles and California. We don't have mentors, Yeah. I don't even know who our fathers are in the show. We don't have any. We don't have any male male role models. Yeah. And we came from nothing. We was broke, and now they're rich.
Yeah.
And they don't have anybody to kind of teach them the way, so they have to learn the hard ways. But I think with Reggie this season, when you watch, he's willing to learn. All he needs is just somebody to take him and show him the way.
Yeah.
Because we didn't go to school for that. We didn't get educated. A lot of people, they don't learn well in the school system. They kind of have to learn through real life.
Yeah.
So like later this season, you see Joe and him. You see Joe, that's played by Rob Corddry.
Yeah,
he kind of takes him and kind of shows him the way a little bit.
Well, you see Joe start to become that role model and the voice of reason that Vernon is going to for that kind of advice.
Yeah, cause like Rock Spence, he just got a lot going on. And him and Reg, they just always get into it. Like no matter what, even when they try to, it's just they just get into it. So I think with Joe, he's a little bit more patient and he's a little bit more understanding.
Yeah,
and he seems like he's a better teacher
for sure
than Spencer's character.
You mentioned LA. You grew up in LA, born in DC. Football was, from what I gather, your life. You know what I mean? You were all about football. You played D1 at UCLA. Growing up in LA and playing football, when was it that you kind of realized that, I want to do this as a career? Because that was your goal, was to be a professional football player. When
did I want to pursue football?
Yeah, like, was it early? Was it when you were young? You're like, I'm good at this, and people are telling me like you could go to the next level?
I started playing when I was 9, 10 years old.
Okay.
Just for fun. I was a kid, just having fun. I grew up only child most of my life, so that was just my way, like football, my teammates was my brother.
Your brothers.
And we got to hang out, just that camaraderie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't probably until going into my junior year, that's when I started getting recruited by colleges, because I never thought about playing college or NFL. Just like
really,
just to play, because I never, my dad played a little bit, but I never had anybody like close to me that I could see that they did it.
Yeah.
And it was tangible. So it wasn't until like I started getting recruited, started getting letters.
Yeah.
And coaches contacted me, so I was like, okay, this seems like it's for real. And then my team started doing good. I started getting better as a player, started developing.
Yeah.
And really started holding my own, and just my confidence went up. So I think my junior year I just took a big stride, and then committed to UCLA summer that summer after my junior year going into my senior year. And then senior, just went out, had fun, man. Just balled out. Already was committed. Already knew I was going. So that was out the way. So I could just have fun and just play ball and play with my brothers.
How is that process? Getting recruited and trying to decide what school you're going to go to, because that's a tough thing for athletes, but also for people just going to college to try to figure out. I went through it when I moved out to America as well. I went to college out here. Right. I went to USC. Don't hold it against me.
Man,
see, I didn't let you know that until after.
It's over. Man.
So yeah, like, how is that process for you? Like, is it stressful? Is it fun?
Out here they have high school. They have about a star system. So it's no stars to 5 stars.
Okay, yeah.
So 5 stars is the best. Obviously, no stars. So I was a 3-star player, like borderline 3-4 star.
Yeah.
So I got a few hours. I got like 8 scholarships, I think.
Dope.
But I wasn't like, I feel like if you like the best player in the world, like a LeBron James, if he would have went
to college,
that's a lot of pressure, because you got all these colleges coming at you, you got hundreds of offers, people offering you money and
stuff on the side, trying to,
they're not supposed to do the other incentives. But that was stressful. But it was definitely, it was fun, man. I got to go on trips. Got to get recruited. It wasn't too bad. I just think at that age is crazy, because you making one of the biggest decisions of your life at like 17, 18 years old. A lot of kids don't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids are going to school because of the uniforms. They just got their own reasons. So I just think like you really got to take it all in. Like first you got to, you a student athlete, so you got to figure out education, because everybody has to go to school.
Yeah.
You have to major. So
and you got to keep your grades up.
You got to keep your
to be even able to play.
You got to keep your grades up, and coaching always always shifts. If you do good, your coach might leave. If you do bad, your coach might leave. Location. You know, my coach at UCLA, he told me, you know, pick a school where if you, Lord forbid, if you got hurt, you still will enjoy being at that school. Because, you know, some of these guys, you know, they go, no offense, they're going to Nebraska, you know, Kentucky, these schools middle of nowhere. Like, you know, it's cool because football, you're a god there. But you got to realize you have to be there, you know, there's 12 months out the year.
And you're only playing football for 4 of those months or something.
Months. So you got to be in this small town for 8 months where, you know, it's tough. But yeah, man, I mean, it's definitely a big decision. You know, it's a little stressful because this is where you're going to spend the next 4 years of your life, 4 or 5. And you just, you know, you just got to just make the right choice and just hope that you did.
Yeah. How was it playing under Coach Moore over there?
It was cool, man. I played with Coach Moore one season.
Yeah.
He came in my senior year, so it was really cool. You know, his dad's a legend.
Yeah.
He's very passionate about the game. I wish I could have played with him a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I definitely cherish the time we had together. He's a great man. Loves football. Takes care of his guys for sure. You know, he definitely had our back, and we all believed it, and we all came in there and bought into what he was saying.
Yeah.
And ultimately, you know, we wanted to play for him and wanted to win games for him.
You came out of your college career wanting to go into the NFL. You put yourself in the draft. Yeah. You ended up a free agent going to the Raiders.
Yeah. I didn't get drafted. Got invited to Oakland for it's called rookie minicamp.
Okay, yeah.
So it's basically just you trying out to make the roster for training camp.
Got it.
So I went up there 3 days. Competed, did the best I could do.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out.
How tough is that, you know, coming out of college, playing 4 years of college ball at D1 level at one of the biggest schools in the country, and your aim is obviously to go to the NFL, you know what I mean?
Right.
How do you deal with that? Like, because that's a tough thing to swallow at that point.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we knew. It was football.
Yeah.
Just all the time. Takes majority of your time in college. So that's all I knew, and I just knew being at UCLA had opportunity to even go to the next level.
Yeah.
Didn't think I was gonna get drafted, but I knew I was gonna have opportunity.
Yeah.
So I just went there, did the best I could do, but not everybody, you gotta be playing in the league, man. You gotta be lucky, blessed, and fortunate.
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot. It's a tough business.
Was there anything that kind of prepared you for that moment, and like any people at UCLA that were like kind of like guiding you through those times?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I had my agent at the time. Always taught me and my position coach. We always was close. Yeah, because I think in that level, you see our position coach more than anyone
else. Yeah.
So just kept in contact with him, and then some of my former teammates that was going through the same thing I was going through. So I kind of just talked to them. But I mean, really, it's just on you as a man.
Yeah.
You just got to go in there and hold it down and do what you got to do, because you don't want on the field, you don't want running the plays, like nobody's there with you.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with getting advice, getting help. But at the end of the day, you got to just go out there and execute.
When do you decide that acting is like the next game from coming out of football, because they're so different in what they are. I'm sure they have similarities in the pressure and performing and things like that.
Absolutely.
But it's not every day that you meet a defensive lineman that is now an actor.
Yeah, I was definitely interested as a kid. Like I did a play when I was 10. Just for fun, but it was always loved television. Like as a child, like I watched TV, watched movies, because like I was the only child most of my life. Yeah. So I didn't have brother and sister co-play, so I would just watch TV, and that was my thing. Like that was my if my parents knew to get to me, take the television away, because I go crazy. I'm like, I don't know.
For real, right?
What am I supposed to do? Read a book?
Yeah, go to your room, and there better not be a TV in there.
Yeah, and I would be so upset, because I'm like, that was my life. Yeah. But I just, at the age, I just got caught up in sports, because I was just more comfortable, more natural. Yeah. I didn't know anything how to get into acting. And
so then that's the tough thing for a lot of people, because I run into a lot of people that are like, I would love to be an actor. I feel like I would be good at it. But it's a tough industry to even get a look in at.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, like, especially if you don't know anybody to even know how to get started. And that was my thing. I know how to get started. I just was but it's a lot of it's fear. A lot of it's fear. A lot of it's things in your own mind that you let get to you.
Yeah.
And then you just let that dream go away. So that was my thing at that age. I was young.
Yeah.
So I just was like, I just let other stuff just get in my head, and I was like, you know what? Let me just play sports. This is what my friends do, and none of my friends is doing that.
Yeah.
And at the time, you know, I was more of a follower than a leader at that age.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? This is more convenient. This is more easier. Easier. So I'm just gonna go that route. But, I mean, it's always had a little special place in my heart. Even when I was in college, I took some film classes on the side, more as electives. I didn't think like about, you know, nothing as a career, but I just you know, I just tired of reading books. I was like, you know what?
Well, you pick something that you're actually interested in. You're like, oh, I've got, if I have to do an elective, I might as well do something that I might enjoy. You know?
Exactly. And I mean, it was always one of them things. Like, I always knew football. That's what I want to do. But I was like, if there was an opportunity, because of football, do acting. You know, even with ballers that have cameos. Like, if there was an opportunity, like, to do something, do a commercial.
For sure.
I was always like, you know what, I'll be down to at least attempt it.
Yeah.
And see if I like it, because that's my thing. I don't know if I like it unless I do it.
Unless you try it.
Try it, yeah.
Of course.
So, but still, it never was like, oh, acting was gonna be my you know, what I do until after I probably around like 24, 25.
Yeah.
I'm 29 now, so that was probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like football was kind of over. Just seemed like in my rear view, and I really was wanted to get a job. Like, I really was like, because you know, being an adult, you get bills. You know, you got all type of responsibilities. Yeah. So I really was looking for opportunity to get some type of work. Yeah. It was just tough, but it was tough at the time because I didn't have a resume, any work experience. Because coming from college,
especially playing football, it's like your whole life is football. Like, you can't be doing an internship really. Like, it's like you have no time besides football and like try to study as well.
Yeah, in school, like that was it. So it was just tough. So it was, you know, it was definitely frustrating. So I ultimately went back to UCLA and talked to my coaches. I was like, you know what, like, I need some help, y'all. Yeah. Like, it's tough getting a job. Like, you know, if you guys hear about anything, just let me know. Like, I'm open right now. And I was, at the time, it wasn't even like I want to do acting. I was like, I don't care. Like, I'll go work in the mailroom. Yeah. Because I figured we got all these alumni, boosters, donors that didn't pay for my scholarship. So they gotta have some businesses
for sure.
That they, you know, hopefully that would give me opportunity. So they ultimately gave me this. They gave me this number. Yeah. And I hit them up, and it turned out to be a commercial agent.
Crazy.
So I followed up with them. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I followed up with them.
You're just calling blindly on the phone, like, hey, I got your number from a coach. He said call you. I'm looking for some work.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, you know, he kind of briefly explained what they did. I went to the office. Yeah, and they did commercials. So I started. That's how I really started getting the business. I started doing that. I was background, didn't say nothing. I mean, if you watch a commercial, you wouldn't even know I was in there because I'm wearing like full pads, helmet and everything. So I started getting the business. Start doing auditions, doing stuff like that, and then that was like early in the summer, and then toward the end of summer, I got a random email from my coaches again about ballers, and they was looking for football players to audition for a couple of the roles. Crazy. So, you know, I didn't even know what ballers was or nothing. I'm just thinking it was kind of the same thing I was doing with the commercials. So I was like, oh, they must need football players to like, you know, need in pads and stuff. So I was like, okay, you know, followed up with him again. I was like, you know, they threw me a lob last time, so this must be another opportunity. So I followed up with him, and then they gave me all these sides and all these lines. And I'm like, oh, like this is like,
you're like, wait, I'm actually gonna talk in this one?
I'm like, I'm gonna talk, like this is acting. So, you know, again, that fear came in when I was a little kid. Yeah. But I called my dad, because that's like, you know, my parents are like my heroes, my role models. And I called him, and my dad was really supportive. You know, he's really blunt, you know, keeps it real, but he's supportive too. Yeah. And he just let me know, like, man, like, you know, first he's like, what else are you doing? You're not doing anything right now. Yeah. You know, you don't have anything going on, but he's like, just go for it. Like, the worst they're gonna say is no. Yeah. So I was like, okay, you know, you're right, Pop. So I went for it, showed up on audition, had to do that, had to do the process audition. I had auditioned 10 times for ballers. Wow. And ended up getting the part, man. And I'm here now. We got season 5.
At what point in the audition process? Because 10 auditions is a lot. Yeah. At what point did you actually go like, damn, like I might be gonna get a role in a TV show here?
I mean, I don't know. It wasn't probably until the last one because this is my first time ever going through this. Like I never acted, didn't have any training. You know, I really didn't have any mentors to talk to, like to tell me like what's going on. They actually told me things that was going on after the fact, so it was kind of freaking me out because it was like, oh, you know, you might can, you know, after we did tape read, it was like you can ultimately lose your job after tape read if you don't do a good job. Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, I've already done the tape read. Like, you're
like, I've already done 10 freaking auditions, and now I got to do another like a tape read, and I can lose my job now.
Yeah, and like it was like after I did a tape read, I'm just like wait a minute, like. You can get fired doing that? So I'm just like, it's crazy.
You're like, I'm glad you told me that after, because I would have been nervous as fuck going into it.
And even like, I started watching Entourage, and I learned a lot just from acting from there, and even just doing the pilot. Yeah. You could do the pilot, and they could pick up the show, and then they don't have to pick necessarily your character. So I'm looking at, and I'm nervous too watching Entourage. I was like, wait. You can do the pilot and they cannot bring you back. Like, so I was like, it was just, you know, but it's like, it's levels and everything. And it let me know too, like, man, don't ever get comfortable. Like every time is always an audition. Like people are always looking at you, and all you just never can be comfortable because you can be replaced just like that.
And you also you see throughout seasons people's characters grow because the writers and the producers see different sides of actors, and they're like, oh wow, we can give this person a bigger role.
Exactly.
And that's what you see, you know what I mean? You see that with yourself as well. Right. And that's obviously the team at Ballers seeing like, okay, well, you know, Donovan is wanting this and pushing himself. Right. Let's write more for him.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, for sure. But it wasn't till like my last audition. I mean, they would come and they would, talk to me. And they would, like my producers, the cast directors, they was all so uplifting, helping me out along the way. And they was just like, you know what, we're going to find a way to get you in the show somehow. Yeah. So I was thinking like in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, you know, maybe I'm not get the part, but I was just such a team. I'm a team player. I come from playing ball my whole life. I was like, whatever y'all need, like I'm here. Yeah. I was always available, always present. Whenever they tell me, can I make it? I'm like, all right, let's do it. I'm here. Yeah. And you know, I was just grateful that they got me going. Yeah. And also gave me a chance for nobody with no experience on HBO, which is the
top notch. Yeah, you went straight to the top. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's crazy because like I said earlier, I'm doing these other jobs with no experience, and I'm applying that like, no, you have no experience. Yeah. Then I come to HBO with zero experience, and they give me opportunity. But I mean, it just let me know, man, what's meant for you is meant for you, and that wasn't meant for me at the time. You know, God had bigger plans for me, and ultimately, man, I'm just glad I'm here now, man, because it's been a hell of a ride, man.
A crazy thing about Ballers, and something that I think that is the reason behind why we all love it, and it was the same with Entourage as well. It's like they're doing all these things, and they're dressed in the way we all want to dress. They're driving the cars we all want to drive. They're in the jets. They're in the boats. How was that, like, going onto set and, like, being around all of these, like, luxury, like, of everything? And now, like, that's part of, like, your act and who you are. Like, you fall into that system right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was surreal, man. Like, you know, my first day on set, it was like, this is crazy. Like, it was like, like they say, when you get the bug, you know, I got the bug, man. I was like, this is it for me. Like, I don't want to do nothing else. But it was just crazy because Vern is what I wanted to be. Like, I played ball. That's what I wanted his life. I wanted to get drafted, you know, early, in the first round. Yeah. Wanted to make, you know, good money, you know, help my family. Yeah. Help them out, help put myself in a better position. And for that not to help it happen, but to be able to play him as a character, like, it's just, you know, it's best of both worlds. Yeah. And like, you know, with football, man, football's a dangerous game, man. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. So for me to, like, to get out, when I got out, and, you know, my body's healthy.
Your body's still good, exactly.
My mind, you know, my mind is okay for now. But, yeah. You know, I'm feeling good, man, and ultimately, like, you know, I love ball. I'm a fan of the game. You know, I appreciate everything it's done for me, and helped me out to get to where I'm at today. But you know, acting, you can do it longer.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day,
definitely. I've been watching the season since the beginning of pilot episode season 1.
Right.
I only found out while doing research on you that Denzel Washington's son, John Washington.
John David.
Yeah,
JD. Yeah, man.
JD.
Yes.
Is in the show as well.
Yes. Yeah. He plays Ricky.
He plays Ricky Jarrett in it. I did never notice, but he has the same voice as his dad.
Same voice, man. It's crazy. My sis, she does the wardrobe for the show.
Oh, crazy.
Her name's Tiffany Hasborn.
Yeah.
Tiff the stylist. She's been doing a lot of his styling for because he was in Black Klansman.
Yeah.
And he has another movie he's promoting right now.
Okay, yeah.
Can't think of the name. But she just posted a picture of him at a premiere yesterday. And I was like, man, he looked just like his dad.
Just like his pops.
He looking like his dad. More and more, but man, he's such a man. JD, that's my guy, man.
Yeah.
We was in the same. I met him at, I think my third audition. And like, man, he was just such a cool guy. Like, I didn't even know who he was either. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't until I think after I got the part, my dad was like, man, Denzel's son in the show. And
yeah.
I'm like,
you're like, wait, who is he?
I was like, who? Like, who is he? Like, you know, I've been at every audition. Like,
yeah.
I ain't seen this dude.
Yeah.
But then I seen the picture and I'm like, oh
shit.
I was like, oh shit, like that's my boy JD. But he's so humble, man. He's so cool. Like such a, you know, he got man. He's a good dude.
Because he played football as well, college ball.
Yeah, he played college at Morehouse in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Then he didn't get drafted, but was a free agent with the Rams, and he just kept playing. Like that was what he wanted to do because he didn't want to be in the business because his dad was in it.
Yeah.
So he wanted to play football, and man, you know, ultimately made it to the highest level. Man, got to play for the Rams, played NFL Europe, and played for a couple teams. Just didn't get a chance to go back to the league. But ultimately he doing what he wanted to do. He always wanted to do acting. He just kind of steered away because of who his dad is.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough, you know what I mean? Because you also don't want to feel like you're being given opportunities just because who your father is.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like he's definitely holding his own. It's you know, it's not even unfortunate. Like it just is what it is. But you know, that's what your dad works hard for.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, if I have a family one day, I'm working hard for them.
For sure.
So if you want to do this, you are gonna get other opportunities.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you go out, you know. Work outshines everything. Like nothing's
no one's given. Yeah, you may get given an opportunity, maybe, but you ain't gonna be in season 5 if you're not holding your own.
Exactly. So you know, I mean, it just you know your dad. You know, this is what is your dad, but it's all right. That means you got that greatness in you too. I feel like. Yeah. So you know, just go out there, man. But he's a hell of an actor. He he kills it, man. He kills it. He definitely has a bright future, man, and I hope one day to do another
doing something else with him.
Yeah.
You guys are always looking so fly. Do they ever let you guys take any of the clothing home after
that? Nah, man. We try. I'm always guilty of taking one thing a season. Just
there you go.
Something small.
Yeah, just something sentimental. You know, like
some like a jacket or a belt. You know, something small. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, they do. Yeah, man, Tiff does her thing, like she gets it. She's from the culture. She's dressed football players before. Yeah, she's worked with hip hop artists. She's she has a good resume, so she gets it. She knows the culture. She's from New York.
Yeah, and you can tell. You know what I mean? Yeah. You watch the show, and you see the players and you guys wearing all the brands and all the fashion that they would be wearing right now. You know what I mean? You see him in the Off-White. You see him in the Givenchy. You know what I mean? You see all of those on them. So she's like a credit to her for that.
Yeah, nah, she kills it. She definitely does her homework. And she she's stylish too. So she her fits is crazy.
Oh, I'm sure she's crazy fucking camera. Fitted out right there.
Yeah, I saw her last weekend in the A, and she had these crazy Gucci shoes. I'm like, what are like?
What are those?
I was like, man, I need your brand.
Yeah, real shit.
You killing it, but yeah, she gets it. I mean, that's all part of the whole thing. Like you see it with a lot of these athletes, not just football, basketball. They stylish. Like it's like a fashion show. show before the game. You know, you see it now because of social media.
Yeah.
So you got to implant
before the game, and then they're wearing something completely different after the game for the post game, and it's like, okay, I see what's going on here. But they have people like your girl that you're talking about with them that put them in the right stuff and have them fashionable.
Yeah, I mean, you got to implant. You know, you look good, you play good.
Play good.
You know, and I think that's a fact. So you know, she gets it, and I mean, it's just that type of show. It's a flashy show. Yeah. So you got to be dressed right.
The Rock was one of the highest paid and most acted in actors out there in the last few years. What's it like working with him? You know, he came from the wrestling background, and now he has, you know, put a stamp on that, his name, The Rock, and now under Dwayne Johnson. How is it working alongside that guy?
Man, it's a blessing, man, just to be in the scene with him, because he's the hottest actor right now. Yeah. So to even have to share the screen with him at all, like it's definitely, I'm fortunate. And just growing up, I was a huge rock wrestling fan. So it was like surreal, like, you know, it's surreal when I got to meet him. I'm like, man, it's The Rock, like, you know, people's champ. You know, smell what The Rock is cooking. Yeah. And to be able to, you know, call him a friend and to work with him, like, it's been cool. And he works hard and smart. Yeah. And I mean, he'll tell you he might not be the most trained actor or the most talented, but he gonna outwork you. And I just kind of follow him from example, because he kind of came from the same situation. He played ball, didn't work out. You know, he went the wrestling route, then the acting. Yeah. So just kind of see where he is at and see where he's going. It's just nice to have that in front of you, because it's like, okay, if he can do it, you know, it's possible. Yeah. And it's possible for me to do it too. And you know, God willing, at an earlier age. So
yeah. That's great. It's amazing to have those mentors and the people that you can work with alongside you. Yeah. You know, you had the dream when you were playing college football of going to the NFL. Now you're in TV. What's kind of the game plan moving forward? You know, season 5, obviously, so you've still got that ahead of you, which is amazing. That's an amazing opportunity. I hope they do like 7 or 8 seasons like they did Entourage, because it's going to be one of those ones that you go back and rewatch, you know, 5 years down the track.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's still going to be relevant, because you see these players still doing things, and you kind of question, like, man, what are you doing? But it's one of the things, like, I think it's ahead of its time. Like you say, you're going to watch it years from now, you still gonna be able to, like, still relate, because it's gonna be guys like Reggie, you know, it's gonna be players like Ricky, players like Vernon.
Everyone can find someone they relate to or that they know, you know what I mean? It's like, that's my homie. Exactly. I know exactly what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, just, you know, blessed with season 5, but, you know, my goal, I can't be in the Hall of Fame in the NFL, so my Hall of Fame is on Hollywood Boulevard, man.
Get that star.
Getting a star. So, you know, I've been praying for these last, like, 2 or 3 years now for a movie. So, I mean, whenever the Lord bless me that, like, I love to do a movie, you know, big time movie where, you know, like, something good that's gonna be, so, you know, people gonna remember, and then about the awards and all that stuff, you know, that's nice, but you know, something that's gonna be a classic that you gonna remember and always put in, and can watch at any time, and then just keep going to more, you know, keep doing more projects. You know, I love to get behind the scenes one day. I love in front of camera. You know, looking into broadcasting right now. I love radio too. So.
You're gonna come take my job. Man, you're like, I have acting.
We can do it together, man.
There you go. I like the sound of that.
And just looking for just other opportunities, man. Because acting, I love it. But it's a tough business, and you got to have other streams of income coming in. So just learning, like, other stuff outside, just business stuff and investments. And you know what I'm saying, no offense to my guy from the Cosby Show, but I can't be a Trader Joe's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. Like, the 9 to 5 thing, like, it's just not for me. It's for you know, that's fine. It's for other people, and that's cool. But that's not really what I want to get into. So I'm just working hard and smart to just keep going.
That's good.
And keep pursuing my dreams.
Amazing advice, you know, and like you said, I think you're already part of a classic already. I think, you know, I think Ballers will be one of those ones that is a classic. So more blessings to you, bro, and thanks, and congrats on everything.
Appreciate it, man.
And I appreciate you sitting down with me, bro.
Man, no problem, man.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.